pharmacognosy of Catharanthus and Rauwolfia. Today we will discuss about the pharmacognosy of Catharanthus and Rauwolfia. These drugs belongs to alkaloidal drugs, and in previous semester you have been studied about the introduction part of alkaloid. In this semester you will study about the drugs which belongs to alkaloidal category. So after completion of this topic, you will be able to describe about the biological source of the drug, their cultivations, about the morphology and microscopic features of the drug, about the chemical constituents of the drugs and their medicinal value. So first drug of this alkaloidal category is the Catharanthus, which is commonly known as the Vinca, Periwinkle and Sadabahar. If we talk about the biological source, it consists aerial parts of Catharanthus roseus belonging to family Apocynaceae, and this Catharanthus roseus also known as the Vinca rosea. So whenever we write about the biological source, we should write three things. First one is the useful part, second is the botanical name of the drug, and third one is the family which belongs to particular drug. So in such a way we can write like this: it consists aerial parts of Catharanthus roseus belonging to family Apocynaceae. जब कभी भी आप किसी ड्रग का बायोलॉजिकल सोर्स लिखते हैं तो आपको उसमें तीन चीज़ों का ध्यान रखना होता है। पहला उसका यूजफुल पार्ट्स कौन सा है, दूसरा उसका बॉटनिकल नेम क्या है, और तीसरा वो ड्रग कौन सी फैमिली से बिलोंग करती है। जैसे यहाँ पे हमने लिखा है इट कंसिस्ट एरियल पार्ट्स ऑफ कैथेरंथस रोसियस बिलोंगिंग टू फैमिली एपोसाइनेसी, तो एरियल पार्ट्स इसके यूजफुल पार्ट्स हो गए हैं। तो एरियल पार्ट्स में आपके स्टेम, रूट, लीफ, फ्रूट, फ्लावर सभी चीज़ें एरियल पार्ट्स में आ जाती हैं। कैथेरंथस रोसियस इज इट्स botanical name and it's belong to family Apocynaceae, and G. Don is the name of the scientist who discovered the this species. So this indicate the name of that scientist who discovered this Catharanthus roseus, and this Catharanthus roseus also known as the Vinca rosea, which is belong to Apocynaceae. Geographically this plant cultivated as a ornamental plant in most of the tropical countries like Africa, Australia, South Florida, India, Taiwan, Thailand and Europe. And particularly if we talk in concern of India, in most of the part of India it is cultivated as a ornamental plant. And if you see the flower of this plant, it is pinkish white in color, and commonly there are two varieties of this Vinca. First one which contain the white color flowers, and second one is the contain the pink color flowers. And this drug is commonly used in the treatment of the cancer. So the phytoconstituents, alkaloidal phytoconstituents vincristine and vinblastines are present in these drugs, are commonly used as a anti-cancer drugs, and so many formulations are there in the market for the treatment of cancer and other diseases. So, and if we talk about the cultivations, collection and preparation, so it is normally cultivate up to an altitude of 500 meters, and tropical and subtropical climates should be there for their cultivations. It requires the sandy soil. Sandy soils means the soils which contain more than 70% of the soil, and their particle size should be 0.02 to 2 mm, and rainfall should be 100 centimeter, and commonly they are cultivated by the seed propagations method. And there is no specific requirement of the fertilizers. Commonly mixture of nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, farmyard manure are used as a fertilizers for their cultivations, and weeding should be carried out periodically, and leaf can be stripping after 6 to 9 months after the sowing the seeds. And if you want to cut the stems, so stems should be cut about the 7 to 8 centimeter above the ground level after 1 year of the growth. So we can say that when the plant is 1 year old, then we can cut the stems, and they should be cut above the 7 to 8 centimeter ground level, and all the parts should be separated and they should be properly dried under sunlight, and seeds are collected from the matured fruit for the further propagations. And here the morphological characters of the drugs: color is the green, odor is faint, taste bitter, size length is 4 to 8 centimeter, whereas width is 3 to 5 centimeter, and it's maybe ovate or oblong in shape, containing the margin entire type, and its apex is the acute type, then venation is the reticulate type, base is the asymmetrical, surface is the glossy. So color, odor, taste, these all are the organoleptic characters. Okay, organoleptic character means which we feel according to sensation of our sense of organs, they known as the organoleptic characters. And if we talk about the microscopic features, if you see the TS of vinca leaf, so you will see structure like this. So it consists the upper and lower epidermis, which contain the single layer of rectangular cells. This one is the upper epidermis and this one is the lower epidermis. So upper epidermis, it is covered by a cuticle, and these are the rectangular cells containing the trichomes, which is known as the covering trichomes, and some stomata. Stomata is anisocytic type of stomata is present in vinca. So anisocytic stomatas are the stomatas which in which guard cells is covered by the 3 subsidiary cells, and out of these 3 subsidiary cells, 2 will be bigger in size in compared to third one. So anisocytic type of stomata present in vinca. And if we compare between the upper and lower epidermis, so number of stomata more in the lower epidermis. Then after epidermis, there is a single layer of palisade cells, and then the strips of the collenchyma is also present in the upper and lower epidermis. And below the palisade layer, there is the region of spongy parenchyma, and then vascular bundles are present in the mid of this in the inner sides. So we can say that main part of this vinca leaf is it consists the collenchyma, upper and lower epidermis, and in upper epidermis and lower epidermis, covering trichomes are present, and it can also contain the strips of the collenchyma. And xylem vessels are the spiral type, xylem vessels, spiral types, and unicellular type of covering trichomes are present. And this is the schematic diagrams of vinca leaf, and this is the transfer sections of vinca leaf. So it is about the what we discussed here: upper epidermis, single layer rectangular covered by cuticle, which consists covering trichomes and anisocytic type of stomata. Then mesophyll palisade is the single layer elongated and compact spongy parenchyma are in 5 to 8 layers palisade containing intercellular space. So जो आपका ये पैलिसेड के नीचे का जो स्पॉन्जी पैरेनकाइमेटस जोन है, इसमें इंटरसेलुलर स्पेस भी प्रेजेंट होता है. वेस्कुलर स्ट्रैंड्स आर प्रेजेंट बट कैल्शियम ऑक्जेलेट क्रिस्टल्स अब्सेंट. विनका के केस में कैल्शियम ऑक्जेलेट क्रिस्टल्स आपके अब्सेंट होते हैं. देन lower epidermis is similar to upper epidermis, but it consists large number of stomata. And xylem is lignified, phloem non-lignified. Lignified means when we will treat with the combinations of the fluoroglucinol and hydrochloric acid, lignified tissues will give the pink color. So if you talk about the xylem and phloem. Phloem is non-lignified whereas xylem is lignified, and strips of collenchyma present below the upper epidermis and upper the lower epidermis. And these are the characteristics about the powdered drugs. So powdered drugs may consist more or less rectangular thin walled epidermal cells with straight walls, stomata anisocytic, xylem vessels, thick lignified and spiral type. Covering trichomes are unicellular and dagger shaped. And it is the about the chemical constituents. So vinca commonly consists the indole alkaloid, and major active constituent is the vincristine and vinblastine. This vincristine contain two parts. First one is the catharanthine and second one is the vindoline. Catharanthine is the indole alkaloids, whereas vindoline is the dihydroindole alkaloid. So there will be the coupling of this catharanthine and vindoline, due to which they will form the vinca alkaloid. So vincristine and vinblastine is there, and if you see the indole moiety, this one is the indole moiety, and you can do the numbering like 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So it consists the indole moiety, and these are the structures of vincristine and vinblastine. And other alkaloids may also be present like ajmalicine, locnarines and serpentine. Okay, ajmalicines, locnarine and serpentine also presents, which are also alkaloidal in nature. And if you see about the biogenesis of these indole alkaloids, with the help of tryptophan we can biogenesize these vincristine and vinblastines, and tryptophan is the end product of cyclic acid pathway. As already we discussed in the cyclic acid pathway, end product of cyclic acid pathway is the phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan. So from this tryptophan we can obtain the indole alkaloid. So if you go towards the biosynthesis of this vincristine and vinblastine, so you have to start from the tryptophan, and that tryptophan will be useful for the biosynthesis of vincristine and vinblastines. And if you talk about the adulterations and substitutions of the drugs, so it is commonly adulterated and substituted with the Catharanthus longifolius, Catharanthus trichophilus and Catharanthus lanceus, and they commonly contain the vindoline type of the alkaloids. And if the use of vinca is commonly useful in the treatment of the lymphoma, which is a type of cancer. So vinblastine is commonly useful in the treatment of Hodgkin disease and also in non-Hodgkin disease, whereas vincristine is useful in the lymphocytic leukemia. This lymphocytic leukemia is the form of blood cancer and cancer of bone marrow, whereas lymphoma is the form of cancer which occurs in the lymph node and which will affect the immune system. So vinblastine is useful in the treatment of Hodgkin disease, whereas vincristine is useful in the treatment of the lymphocytic leukemia. Next drug is the Rauwolfia, which is commonly known as the Sarpgandha, Chandrika and snake root. And it is known as Sarpgandha because if you see the roots of these drugs, it is looking like a snake. Because of this reason it is known as the Sarpgandha or Indian snake roots. And it consists dried roots of Rauwolfia serpentina belonging to family Apocynaceae. Okay, the useful part of Rauwolfia is the roots, and its botanical name is the Rauwolfia serpentina, and it's belong to the family Apocynaceae. And it is common drugs which is used as a antihypertensive drugs, and so many formulations are available in the market. Geographically, it's occur in sub-Himalayan tract, particularly in Assam, Dehradun, Sivalik range, and it can grow up to an altitude of 1000 meters. And it's also occur in the western ghats of Tamil Nadu, in Bihar, then Konkan, Karnataka, and Bengal. So about in most of the parts it's occur in India. Now about the cultivations, collections, and preparations. So it is commonly cultivated up to an altitudes of 1300 meters, and it require wide range of climate. So whatever the climate, so because it is occurring in the Tamil Nadu also and in the Uttarakhand also, so climatic variations is there, and in all climates it can survive, but there should be up to an altitude it can cultivate 1300 meters. And commonly it's require clay loamy soils which should contain the pH value 4. Then temperature requirement for this drug is the 10 to 38 degrees Celsius, and rainfall should be 250 to 500 centimeters. And it is commonly cultivated by the seed propagations method. So in the month of May, seed sown, followed by the transplantations of the seedling in the month of August. And after maturity of the plants, we can dig out the roots, and they should be properly clean and dried for the market preparations. Then ammonium sulfate, urea are commonly used fertilizer for the cultivations of these drugs, and weeding should be carried out periodically. Uprooting take place when plants are about 3 to 4 years. So we can say that when a root we will take out after completions of 3 to 4 years, when your plant will grow up to year 3 to 4 years, then you will take out the roots, and they have the matured roots, and at that conditions they will have the medicinal values. So these roots should cut properly, washed so as to remove the earthy matters, and dried in air. And if we talk about the morphological character, so it is occurs in the form of cylinder or slightly tapering tortoise piece, length 2 to 10 centimeter, dimension 5 to 20 millimeters. Color is the outer surface is grayish yellow, light brown or brown. The inner surface is the light brown or brown in color. And if you see the surface, young pieces contain slight wrinkles, while old pieces have longitudinal ridges. Circular scars of the rootlets are present. So this one exofolinaceo, and it is tortoise forms and subcylindrical in form. It is the structure of the rhizomes, and the difference between the root and rhizomes, the presence of pith is present in the rhizomes. Okay, here is written that pieces of rhizomes closely resemble the root but may be identified by a small central pith. They are attached to them with the small pieces of the aerial stem. So with the help of pith they are attached with the aerial stems. And if you talk about the fracture is short, taste is bitter, and odor is slight. And it is the microscopic features. So diagram TS of Rauwolfia root. So you can see here the few layers of cork cells which are striated in the form. After cork cell there is the cortex regions, where is the presence of the starch granules and calcium oxalate crystals are present. Then below these regions there is the primary phloem, secondary phloem, cambium, vessels, xylem fibers, and medullary rays are present. These medullary rays moves from center towards the cortex zones. From central side to cortex regions, these medullary rays will move, and then some xylem fibers are also present, and xylem vessels are also present, and there is also presence of the cambium and some phloems, and these phloems are unlignified. So with the fluoroglucinol and hydrochloric acid they will not give the any pink color, whereas xylem fibers, xylem vessels are lignified in nature. And the type of vascular bundles which is present is the bicollateral vascular bundle. Okay, bicollateral means when the sandwich in the form of sandwich, xylem is inside and it is covered by on the both side present phloem, and between xylem and phloem there is the cambium present. So bicollateral vascular bundle is present in the root of Rauwolfia. And similarly it is the schematic diagrams of the Rauwolfia. And these all are the microscopic features like cork. 2 to 8 alternating bands of stratified cork cells. Band consist 1 to 7 layers of small radial non-lignified cells with 1 to 3 layers of large radially bordered lignified cells. Then phalloderms, which consist 10 to 12 layers of tangentially elongated isodimetric cellulosic parenchymatous cells. Then secondary phloems, which consist sieve tubes, parenchyma, starch, secondary cells, calcium oxalate crystals. Then secondary xylems having annular rings, few narrow vessels, tracheids, fibers, pitted parenchyma, all lignified. Xylem fibers are arranged in tangential band and radial rows having starch granules. Then medullary rays run radially from center to the cortex, and 1 to 5 cells wide. Large cells and they are lignified. These medullary rays are also lignified. And these are the characteristics of the powder drugs. So xylem vessels, which we said that the pitted and bordered pitted, these are the cork cells having the pits. Then starch granules, these starch granules may be pitted, may be simple or compound. Then these are the parenchymatous zone, xylem fibers, and calcium oxalate crystals, which are prism type. And to study the powder drugs, commonly reagents which are used like fluoroglucinol and hydrochloric acid in the ratio 1:1 to find out the characteristics of the lignified cork, xylem, and lower part of medullary rays. Iodine solutions to identify the starch granules, whereas hydrochloric acid to identify the calcium oxalate. So if we talk about the chemical constituent, it's again contain the indole alkaloids, which is out of which reserpine is the major active constituent. Other than reserpine, it also consists racinamine, racidine, robecin, and desparidine. Other alkaloids like ajmalinine, ajmalicine, serpentine, serpentinine, tetrahydroreserpine, robecin, reserpinine, isoajmalin, and yohambinine are also present. But we can say that the reserpine is the major active constituents which contain the indole alkaloids. So it also consists the indole moiety. If you see indole moiety, this one is the indole moiety which is present in the structure of the reserpine. And if we talk about the biosynthesis, so similarly as I talked in case of vinca, with the help of tryptophan we can biosynthesize this reserpine alkaloid. And these are the some identification test of Rauwolfia. So we will take the fracture surface, and on treatment with nitric acid it will give the red color. And in second test, if we treat sample with the vanillin in acetic acid, it will give the violet red color. And commonly Rauwolfia used as a hypnotic, sedative, and antihypertensive. It is used as a antihypertensive and tranquilizers, and it is commonly substituted with the Rauwolfia tetrophylla, which contain the uniform cork, and Rauwolfia densiflora. So difference between the Rauwolfia serpentina and Rauwolfia densiflora is in its microscopic features. In case of Rauwolfia densiflora, there is the presence of the sclerenchymatous tissues, whereas in case of Rauwolfia serpentina, sclerenchymatous tissues are absent. and another substituent is the Rauwolfia vomitoria. So these are the references. So thank you very much for watching this video.